We are in a Peugeot Ion. A YouTuber previously asked us to do a review on one of these cars. A difficult car to get hold of. However, we have a friend here called Jonathan Porterfield.
Hello.
He has got a Peugeot Ion, which he's lending us for probably about half an hour, maybe an hour. So we're going to have a quick razz in this. A couple of points to note here is you can buy this car for £5,000. And this car will run at 2p a mile. I'm not sure you'll get 2p a mile in this sort of weather, maybe 3p, but you're still talking minimal running costs. When this car was brand new,
28,000 pounds.
28 grand. It's ridiculous. It does have the old element type heater in it, so it's probably not as efficient as some of the newer ones with the heat pump. However, you're charging it for £1.
For those that think, well, electric cars depreciate really fast, the reason this was nearly £30,000 5 years ago is the cost of batteries 5 years ago was much greater than it is now.
Yeah.
So as the technology's moved on, cars have actually become cheaper to produce and sell. So it isn't a huge amount of depreciation when you factor the fact in that they are cheaper to make now. But needless to say, they're still cracking bargains. Anyway, to start off, none of this Tesla pressing buttons or leaf paper buttons. It's going back to conventional keys.
An actual key, a real key. It's been a long time since we've seen one of these. To turn this on, it's got a normal key, an actual key, which you pop in the ignition, foot on the brake, you turn the key, and then you keep turning it and hold it until it makes that noise. And then that's it, the car is on.
It almost has the same noise as a fuel pump prime.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, but like on an internal combustion car, the fuel pump prime.
These are liquid cooled batteries, so there's basically a bit of liquid cooling just zipping around the batteries just to monitor the temperature as it starts.
Excellent.
Right.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to pop it into reverse, and let's give it a go.
And you've got a normal handbrake.
Oh, handbrake.
Used to handbrake.
Yeah, actual handbrake. It's like a real car. It's a nice little car to drive, actually. I'm so used to driving such a massive car now, and it's really nice to have something smaller.
Yeah. It's
easy
a great
to park.
sound of the car.
Okay, I'm all wearing.
A big truck going past.
Oh, sorry.
You like the Tesla?
Yeah.
That was a speed bump.
It was a speed bump.
The Tesla just is a bit wider, just goes straight over there.
Yeah.
You probably go between them if that car wasn't coming the other way.
It's straight on.
What kilowatt hour battery does this have, John?
16.
So from 0 to 100%, if you were paying ecotricity rates at 14p, you've got 140. You got about £1, £1.50, £1.60 there.
That's it.
So not a lot.
And this will rapid charge in 17 minutes. I've never been able to make it longer than 17 minutes.
17
It
minutes.
will actually automatically turn off at 80%. So do you like the fuel gauge?
I do like the fuel gauge, actually. I think it's nice because it just looks like a normal car, an internal combustion car. It's got like that kind of fuel gauge look to it, which I think
that's quite good.
Yeah, I think nice for first time EVs because it's not such a big change for them, maybe.
Yeah. Give it some beans, mate. Obviously there's 3 lumps in it, 2 big lumps.
That actually wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad, no.
When you're on your own, there's not much that can I say beat you off the lights? Is that politically correct?
Yeah.
Do you know, it seemed to
Smoke you.
It seemed to get to a point, and then a lot more power came.
It did feel like that, yeah.
That was that was quite good. Quite impressed by that.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, it's got a 16 kilowatt job,
Yeah.
16 kilowatt hour battery. That was pretty nippy. And really, as a town car, this is perfect. This is perfect for just jumping in it. Asda, Tesco's, Sainsbury's.
It's lovely and small.
It's so narrow. I feel like you could squeeze it into a post box.
Yeah, it's really mini, and again, perfect probably for a younger first time EVer. Because I know when I first started driving, my parking wasn't the best. So, but it's a lovely little car. Is your
parking better now?
My parking is better now because it has to be. But it does have a feel of a kind of normal internal combustion car when you're driving it.
From an outside perspective, you wouldn't know that this was an electric car. You would think it was an internal combustion car, but based on the fact the platform is from an ICE car. Inside, the only real giveaway is the analog charge and eco needle that sits around the speedo, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And the lack of engine noise. In terms of acceleration, I think it's about probably a little nippy Ford Fiesta if you really give it the beans.
Yeah.
Right, it's my
I
turn.
love sticking Tesla drivers in. Peugeot Ion.
So I just put my foot down there and give it a little bit of a blast then.
I think it's enough though.
Yeah, that weren't too bad, you know. Yeah. That's 3 up as well. That's quite impressive. And the handling of it is, you think because it's so narrow, you feel visually, you think it's going to roll over, but it's really planted. It's excellent.
One thing we noticed actually when we were getting in and out of this car is it's high. It feels nice and high, and it's not got. Sometimes you get those cars with the kind of bucket sport seats, which for some people are an absolute nightmare to get in and out of.
What, you mean like the Tesla?
Like the Tesla, yeah. But for somebody who's perhaps, I don't know, a bit older or has a disability, they're not easy seats to get out of, and the lowness. But this really easy to get in and out of, and the boot is nice and high, so getting things in and out of that. You know, we were just talking about going to the tip, which we do a lot, and getting things in and out of the boot is a pain, having to lift it over a lip.
Yeah,
there's
no lip. Yeah, it's a level. We could get at least 2 or 3 of Kate stacked on top of each other in that.
Thankfully, we didn't try that. Lacking in Kate's.
Yeah. The other thing which is quite good is the size of the doors. Usually you find that on a 3-door you get a door that's so long you get into a parking space you can't get out, and with a 4-door the doors tend to be quite short, so you struggle for space to get in. But this doesn't have either of them problems. It's almost smack bang in the middle. The car visually looks quite long and thin, and I think that's added to that effect to make it easier to get in and out. For somebody who is perhaps has slightly limited mobility, this would be an excellent car with a high floor as well. Makes it really easy to get in and out of. We've driven between me and Kate 8 miles, and it's lost off the range. Oh, it's just gone down one more there. No, 7. 7. It's lost 7, and I'm speeding actually. Yeah.
Is the tank? Is it showing half full on the analog looking gauge on the left?
It's showing just 1 bar below.
Right.
1 bar below.
So that's roughly about right. You've got about this sort of weather. You have about 60-mile range.
60, that's good.
That's not too bad at all. So what about in the summer?
In the summer, I've had one previous customer who bought a C-Zero, which is the same as this.
Yeah.
And he showed his guessometer saying 93 miles.
93.
93,
Yeah.
God.
Out of a 16 kilowatt battery.
Yes. That's
insane.
because he probably hyper miles. You know, he drops it into neutral.
Yeah.
There's lots of things you can do to it. So the most I've ever seen out of one of these driving normally is 78, 80 miles.
That's still decent.
In the summer with warm temperatures, and in the winter, worst case 50 to 55 with the heater on, the lights and the wipers.
Yeah.
So just a couple of facts and figures here. 27 grand brand new,
Yes.
but you can buy this now for 5 grand
Yes.
for a car that's going to run at 2p a mile.
Yeah.
We've just got it plugged in now. It will charge at the slowest at 4 hours. That's the slowest you can charge it, and the fastest 17 minutes on a DC CHAdeMO rapid charger. So well worth considering. So you can do a long journey, which is brings me on to my next question. This lunatic,
Crazy guy.
this lunatic, where are you taking it back to?
Somewhere called Orkney.
It's going back to Orkney. So talk us through that then, John.
So basically, I print off this map where you can see it. But basically, all these postcodes are all the charges up to basically John O'Groats. The blue bit is when I'm feeling lazy and I want just to go to Aberdeen to catch the Aberdeen boat, which means 6 hours on the boat, and if the sea's a bit rough, it's not very pleasant. So if I'm feeling adventurous, I'll go all the way to the top. Now, all the yellow highlighted marks are where I normally stop in a Nissan Leaf or a Peugeot Ion or a Citroen C-Zero. So the yellow ones are my normal ones, but I've got the others in between to stop with the mileages actually stated between the different postcodes. So I just use this and pass this on to people that want to do a similar trip.
Just to give you an idea, we did a similar journey, but we had a 24 kilowatt hour Leaf with the newer heater with the instead of the heating element. So John's got significantly less range compared to the Leaf, especially at this time of year. In the summer, I bet that wouldn't be as big a difference, but in the winter, that's going to make a significant difference. And he's taking it. It's 606 miles from here to the northern tip of Scotland, where we go, in an internal combustion car, not deviating for any charges. So certainly a long journey. So it can be done with a little bit of forward planning, a little bit of thinking. Obviously, John's very experienced at this. He's been dealing with EVs for
4 years, nearly 5 years.
5 years.
But
so,
I lent this guy a Nissan Leaf, didn't I?
You did.
I feel quite proud the fact that I sort of set you both on the road to EV freedom.
He did. It's all his fault. He lent us a white Nissan Leaf.
It was a 12 plate, was it?
Was it a 10? No, it was 11.
It was 11. It was a Japanese one.
11, and we loved it that much that we went and bought one. We actually bought a new one, which we are now sadly saying goodbye to,
In a couple of weeks.
and now we have a Tesla, and John supplies Orkney with all their EVs, and the rest of the country. He's just delivered one to Coventry,
and the week before that I delivered one of these little cars to a customer in Southampton. And my furthest
a long journey.
my furthest customer was Malta.
Interesting.
So a chap watched one of my videos, said he wanted to buy it, paid for the car, and I delivered it down to the port in London near Fleet.
Long journeys,
It's no problem. Just
you
factor
can
it
do.
in.
But if you want to use it for like a local car, then you've got your J177.
And just to say why I do these long journeys, it's basically to save money, because I'm also in the business of buying and selling electric vehicles and supplying them. If I was to pay a company, which I have used in the past, to deliver one of these cars up to Orkney, it's going to cost me the best part of £650. So it's either that, or it's about £1 a mile, or do it myself, visit some other EV. Can I call your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Deliver a car, pick one up, and just tweet and blog and Facebook about how you can do long journeys. So it is my choice, but a lot of people on Orkney, if they want to go south, they actually fly or they hire a car. But you can do it if you want to be an EV nerd like me. So the other nice, exciting thing that's happening on Orkney on the 6th of May 2017 is we've got our second electric vehicle event on Orkney in a place called Kirkwall, which is the capital of Orkney. And Robert Llewellyn, he of Fully Charged, Scrap Heap Challenge and
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf, dear me, I'm a Red Dwarf fan as well, how can I forget that?
It's age, I think, John.
He's coming up for the second time. He's just going to do his talk for us again called So Electric Cars Are Rubbish, which is really, really good and really funny about how he discovered electric cars and how he came to become quite an advocate for them. So he's coming up. We've got Tesla going to be in attendance, Nissan are going to supply me some cars, and it's going to be a great all-day event. So it's open invitation. It's being run by myself, and I'm a member of what's called OREF, which is the Orkney Renewable Energy Forum, and it's just going to be great. We're going to have loads of trade stands there to do with renewable energy. hopefully Robert's going to do 2 or 3 fully charged episodes based on his trip to Orkney and all the renewables that are happening, that have moved on a pace from 2 years ago when he previously came. Lots more things have happened. Lots more EVs are on Orkney. So he's really excited, we're excited. So anyway, it's an open invitation. So if you fancy coming up, I know James and Kate are going to come up for the 6th, going to drive up.
So yeah, that's something exciting. Really looking forward to that. So that's in the near future.
Or fly up. If you want to fly into Kirkwall Airport, Flybe is the main carrier. I'll be more than happy to pick people up from the airport and take you to Kirkwall. And the Picky Centre, which is where the event is happening, is literally 2-minute walk from the middle of Kirkwall.
There will be a link to John's channel, and so you can contact him.
Just here.
Just there.
Just here.
So excellent. Hope you've enjoyed the review, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.